said it, we meant it. We gon' keep it 100 offended. Don't tune in if you easily offended. Sending shots and I'm hitting the engine. If you whack, I'ma tell you wag, homie. Ain't no dealing with gossip, it's facts only. He fought and I smell all the cap on him. We ballin' the salary cap on him. You in a privileged position to learn something. So sit back and pour up or burn something. We ain't out here to preach, but the word coming. Ain't hearing from us, you ain't heard nothing. We got the block hot like we serve something. We cover the topic, don't swerve nothing. I'm one of them fresh off the curb youngins that probably came up off herb selling. No telling, we out here setting the vibe. Loggic Unplugged, what a good time to be alive. We up, pouring up, filling up my cup. If you're looking for the truth, tune in to us. This is that real shit, they can relate cause they know that we kill shit. Guys, the limit ain't heard of a ceiling. Tell these execs nothing less than $1 million, that's on God.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 3 of Loggic Unplugged podcast. That's Logic with 2 motherfucking G's. I'm your host, Abdul Hamid, aka Me the Jersey Slugger, aka Mr. 856 Don't Take No Shit, aka 609 It's Our Time, aka I done ran the fuck out of AKAs. To my left and to your right is none other than Shay Elise, aka Miss Shay C Vibes.
Hey friends, hey fans. We got fans now, y'all.
We got fans.
We got some people locked in. If you haven't followed us already, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, share. Logic with 2 motherfucking G's.
With 2 motherfucking G's.
So,
how was your week?
It was popping. I made some money this weekend. I did some events, did some things.
Saw you was bartending.
Yeah, I did this rooftop wedding up in West New York, which is in New Jersey for people that don't know Jersey. We're to Jersey.
Hey, Jersey in the building, Jersey in the building. We ain't here.
But it was beautiful. It was overlooking the skyline. I got to serve some rich black people. It was fulfilling.
Yeah,
it was really good. Okay, then I did a barbecue.
We got the female TI over here.
First of all, shut up. That's not even a big word. You just anyway. Man. Then I did a barbecue. Shout out to the Travel Morena. I did her celebration barbecue. So some drinks there. It was really lit. I got stung by a bee for the first time.
You never got stung by a bee?
No.
Bee before?
I was crying. I thought I was gonna die.
I'm a pray for you.
I stepped on it. They were
yeah, my sis got stung by a bee and she felt like she almost died. Like she had to get Benadryl. Like she had an allergic reaction. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I thought I was having, but I guess I wasn't.
Well, that voice you hear over here to my right and to the audience's left is none other than Matic Beats, aka Matic. So, how was your weekend? You know, once again you was being slutty. I saw your Instagram stories.
Harsh.
Yeah, I mean, in the
was it
summer,
another lituation?
It's a hot boy summer still. You know, what I'm saying?
It's 2021. We on lockdown now, man.
Bro,
hot boy summer's gonna be 2021.
It's still a hot boy summer, so you have to go out and network during hot boy summer.
But how was your weekend though? What'd you get into?
I went to this like block party out in West Philly. It was a promotion for this this clothing store. It's I bought the merch. It's Bonnie Peru or something like that, or Bonnie Penny. I'ma tap people in on it, you know what I mean? But I mixed up with a few people out there, you know, got some networking. Got some things done and had a good time as well. They had free Henny there. All you had to do was tip. It was lovely. Then they fed us, bro. They brung out baked macaroni. They brung out. They bring out.
That was so black.
They bring out baked chicken. They bring out. You know what I mean? They bring out the hot dogs, the burgers, you know, regular.
I feel you.
Then they had everything. They had the fruit salad, everything. We was straight.
But speaking of promotion, like you were saying you wanted to do, let's promote these drinks right here
For
by
real.
none other than Miss Shay C Vibes. What is this drink right
promotion?
Here?
That's a Henny Punch. I made some fresh fruit juice and spiked it.
And once again, for people that don't know where to find Shay at, where can they find you at for these drinks?
You can find me on my Instagram. I take bulk orders and I make to order. So you can find me at shay.c_vibes with a Z. So
drop your MySpace and Black Planet also.
First of all, when I get back on there, check for me because I'm going to be on there. I'm going to have all the thought photos up there. Don't
She
sleep.
bringing it back, man.
Don't sleep. But yeah, I'm around, yo. So book me. I do events too. So.
Are you available for the whole tri-state area?
Yep, New Jersey, Philly, Delaware.
All right, so y'all here to get a Shay C Vibes for your bartending needs.
Man,
So
this drink is smacking, man. This drink
it really wasn't too much of an eventful week, but the main thing that took the main stage was the thing we touched on the first 2 episodes was dog versus dog.
That shit was
DMX
so
versus Snoop.
That joint was a classic, man.
East Coast versus the West Coast.
It was fire. I was locked in.
That
it was
shit
so fire. It didn't go the way that I thought it was gonna go. Other than DMX looking like a pop, I knew that was gonna happen.
Yo, his rhythm is all the way.
But you know
Bro,
what?
you see his stomach, bro?
It is so nice to see him healthy though, because we didn't really know what we never see.
Yeah,
so
he's healthy.
I thought it was dope. I definitely thought X took it, but I'm a fan, so I'm
Yeah,
biased.
that's how I am. What was your overall takeaways from the...
Bro, it was a classic for me. Just I DMX, you know, I like him. I already wanted him to win. I like the songs he picked, but I do appreciate the songs that Snoop picked. Man, he was throwing them songs. Them songs, I remember when I was 4 listening to them joints.
Nah,
Like
watching
Bow
them,
Wow?
it turned into a...
like it took me back, all them joints, because they all had the same vibe. Because the Dr. Dre's beats back then, bro.
Yeah, that was classic beats.
Yeah, it was a classic battle. I put that the second best battle behind the Beanie Man and the other Jermaine. I don't want to... Was it Buju Banton?
Disrespectful, y'all.
I don't know. I'm not. I don't be paying this. I just know the.
Nah,
the
that joint was
situation
lit, though.
It
That was
lit.
a
I
lit
just know
little
that.
situation.
Who was it?
Beanie Man.
We got our
It was
Google
Beanie
over
Man
here.
and
Was it
his
Buju
name?
Banton? No, it wasn't Buju Banton.
No,
I'm messing up. My apologies to the West Indian community
I'ma
up
just
there.
let y'all hang y'all.
But he's lit though, man. He got a lot of like tracks that you just
'Cause
you
I
listen
had
to,
that-
but you don't know who it is. But
I had
he's
that battle
dude.
as number 1, and I had the Kiss and Fab battle as number 2 until this one. And Kiss and Fab got bumped to number 3.
I had Erica and Jill Scott as number 1, but obviously.
But you know how we say, man, it's still fuck R&B to a DIE. We
know
don't
what
fuck
I'm
with
saying? Like,
R&B
you just-
over here, man.
It's a bias here. I never watched it. I gotta watch it.
You never watched it? Put on the playlist while you fall asleep tonight.
All right,
You gonna wake up blessed and highly favored.
But overall, though, so
gotta try that out.
overall, who do you think won the battle, though?
Overall, I think DMX won it.
You
Did
going
they
with
pick a
DMX?
winner?
No, I don't think they pick a winner. I think it just goes off the consensus. It really turned into like a coastal type thing. Even in the comments, if you was watching it live, it was everybody damn near from the East Coast was going for DMX, and everybody from the West Coast,
definitely
and maybe like the South and stuff, was going for like Snoop.
Yeah, you right.
And it turned into like a generational thing too, like
It
I said it was
did.
going to be. And just like I called it on this podcast, what y'all really want from a nigga wind up going against Beautiful. And even though
He said
Beautiful
that shit.
is the bigger record, when that shit came on, what you really want from a nigga rang off harder. I don't give a fuck what y'all say.
I just think it's more
Yeah,
hood
it
niggas in
did.
the world.
Man, listen, man. Shout out to all the hood
That
niggas
song's
out
a
there,
classic
man.
though.
You know what I mean? Shout out to all the hood niggas out there, man. But staying on the verses, it was just announced today.
Yes.
Breaking news
Man, listen.
that we will have next. I believe is it next Thursday or next
Yeah,
Wednesday?
next Thursday the 6th.
Next Thursday, we have Rick Ross versus 2 Chainz.
Motherfucking 2 Chainz.
I wanted
Formerly known as Titty Boy. Nobody
Boy,
forget
yeah,
that
yeah,
because
yeah.
he's not allowed to play
Titty
no Titty
Boy.
Boy tracks. I
Titty
don't wanna
Boy
hear nothing
and
from
Rick
Titty Boy.
Ross.
Yeah. I personally wanted to see Rick Ross versus Jeezy. Personally, I knew there was previous tension. I knew they squashed it. Maybe they didn't feel comfortable in the same room like that. But that's what I wanted to see. But I really don't know too much of 2 Chainz outside of his commercial hits. I'm not going to sit here and lie and act like I bumped his albums and I listened to his mixtapes because I didn't.
Okay.
I know there's a lot of niggas that did that say he's hard. Pause. But Rick Ross, I'm a Rick Ross stan. Like I love Rick Ross. Like that's my nigga.
Yeah,
right
Rick
there.
Ross is lit, bro.
You know what I mean?
I'm
I'm gonna take Rick
Rick.
Ross on that already, man.
I'm taking Rose
I
on that
ain't
too all day.
I'm taking Rose, but just from Swizz and Timberland's comments. And because there was a lot of people, if you go to the Versus page on IG, primarily outside of the South, that were saying this doesn't make sense. And their comments is just ask people from the South why this makes sense. And there's so many people from the South is saying, y'all must not know about 2 Chainz. So I obviously don't know about 2 Chainz. I know
I don't
know about
either.
So here's the thing. I think they talking about Port of Miami Rick, Port of Miami Rose, you know what I'm saying? From when people remember him from being down south, and we already know 2 Chainz is from the South. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's where they're going with it. I personally looked up a playlist myself of how they're going to compare the 2 songs. It's gonna be a good battle, y'all.
Yeah, because
but it's one of those things where 2 Chainz is gonna win all features, and Rick Ross is gonna play all the wrong trap songs. And that's how
I think so.
That might be
Because
though.
yo,
He
2
has so many
Chainz do got
songs.
hits though. Even
Rick
if we
Ross
don't
got
go into
songs.
like
features are hits.
yo, 2 Chainz, even 2 Chainz
He
first
had a wave
commercial
for like
hit.
2 years.
And coming from 2 producers, you talking about Swizz and Tim.
Yeah.
So they like, 2 Chainz is gonna take this.
So
Yeah, that's
what was that
gonna be
first 2
interesting.
Chainz?
Now, you
What was that
put it
first 2
that way.
Chainz album? Main single when he was 2 Chainz.
Birthday song?
Nah, the first main. Ride Around, I'm Getting It. Wasn't that it?
Okay, yeah. I
That
heard
was
that on the radio today.
Yeah, that thing I forgot all about. That was 2 Chainz because I heard it on the radio.
Yeah.
I guess they was like kind of promoting a little bit or whatever. I'm like, damn, this
Songs
nigga
you
did
forgot
make that
about,
shit.
you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
everybody's sleeping on 2 Chainz. It's gonna be a
man.
really
But
good
I'm rocking with Ross though.
Me too.
I'm rocking with Ross.
kid. Rockin' with
Yeah,
Ross.
because
I
Ross
couldn't-
had one year where all the songs was hard, man. If he go back to that
Pause.
bag,
Pause.
yeah, I always be forgetting, man. Because I be running into the thought. Yeah, I be forgetting that shit all the time.
This your man over here, Dose. You know what I mean? I don't mean to say. You know what I mean?
Y'all, if y'all haven't peeped,
That
we
shit-
got a special guest.
We ain't
in
gonna
the
announce it
building,
yet. That was a little hint, but
We'll keep it
you
low.
know.
We got a guest in the building a little later too. Stay locked in.
For real. Tune
But
in.
moving forward though, where do you see the what other type of real quick, not staying on the verses for too much longer, but what are some other matches maybe you would like to see or that you think they could pair up?
I personally wanted to see Rose versus T.I. I thought that was going to
Versus
be
T.I.?
a more comparable battle.
I
in
wanted
my
to see that
opinion.
T.I.
would've been
versus
better.
50 though.
Somebody brought
That
it up,
would've
and I was
been-
like, nah. And I was
yeah.
like, yeah. But
That
I
would've
want to
been
see another
tricky.
R&B one too.
Fuck this R&B.
I need them to
bullshit.
go back to R&B.
Yo, listen, man, you about to go back to Hearts of Hip Hop, Danny. Listen,
He's kicking me off
take
the
her
show.
back to Hearts of Hip Hop Radio.
He's doing me.
We ain't doing this
bad right
R&B
now.
shit every week, man.
But y'all also don't want to hear like Bad Boy in a battle, or y'all don't want to.
I'll do a bad boy hip hop
Okay.
versus So Def Bad Boy or some
something
shit.
like that.
Or they could throw the R&B in there, but I don't want to all R&B. There was just an R&B they was trying to promote. Who was it?
Keisha Cole and Ashanti.
Yeah, Keisha Cole and Ashanti.
I'm
I'm
breaking up with people I ain't
Who was
even
it
in a
that was talking
relationship
spicy in the
with that
comments?
one.
Was it Keisha?
I'm not sure. I didn't repeat that.
One of them was talking spicy in the comments. I think it was Keisha that told Ashanti to pull up.
Ooh.
It was during the middle of the battle, the Snoop Dogg battle.
Oh.
If you go to like Shade Room and all that stuff, they circled the comment.
Not pull up.
Keisha like tagged Ashanti and said, pull up. You know what I mean? Talking about like, you know what I mean? Square up with me. You know what I mean? Shoot the fade. Shoot the fair one. I got Ashanti in that. I don't care.
They about to have a reality show out of that. That's about to be. That's what. That's.
How
gonna
about
be.
you? What's a battle you would like to see, or what do you think a battle that might potentially be coming up in the future?
I want them to like deal with some of the hard hitter rappers. Like maybe get like a Nas and go in the
I don't see none
bag.
of the legends coming out.
They're not
Nas.
doing it.
Go against like. Man, that's rough. I ain't gonna put Jay-Z.
The only legend I see coming out is LL. LL said he would do it. I think LL called out. Didn't he call out
KRS
Hove?
One.
He called out Hove too.
He did.
He called. I think. I don't quote me on that. It was
Here
another
you go
legend.
start beef with the legends. Look at you.
Yeah, I know. LL said fuck Hove.
No,
he said
he
fuck
didn't.
Hove. Queens get the money.
He didn't
You
say
know what I mean?
that.
But
He didn't say that.
nah.
LL
but,
about to right into this
Nah,
show.
but
Like,
LL
listen,
did. He did call out
gonna-
someone else besides KRS-One. It wasn't. Might not have been Hove. I forget who it was, but it was like another legend though. He was calling him up.
Yeah, there was one other one that I heard too that I was like, why are you even? No, we didn't talk about the Chris Brown and Usher discussion.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Chris Brown will
They
wash that
are
nigga.
the thing over this.
Let me tell you
little
something right
statement.
now. Chris Brown will wash this nigga. I'm telling you, niggas sleep on Chris.
Give
This
me a
nigga just
theory.
dropped a whole album with 50 fucking songs on this shit.
How
I
many of those
understand-
do you remember?
What happened?
How many of those 50 songs
Oh,
do you
damn.
remember right now?
What you say about my mom?
Exactly.
But this the thing. But no, niggas sleep on Chris
Damn,
Brown
I
though.
think about that.
Chris-
Niggas
My
sleep on
baby.
Chris Brown because they think of him as a little kid. My nigga, his first song, Run It. You know what I
not
mean?
sleeping
Take You
on-
Down, all this other shit. Like, come on, man.
It's just too
He-
different to
he
me
has
for them to
songs.
go against each
I
other.
fuck with Usher. Usher got certified classic hits. But when you come into the battle, and if you're going to perform, listen, Usher's older than me, and I'm a little bit up there. He can still dance, but Chris Brown gonna go out there, give you a backflip. He gonna do all this other shit. He gonna start yelling "Sue Whoop" and all this other crazy shit. Get on this gang banging shit if he want to, and all this other shit. I take Chris Brown, man. He got too much product out
He
there.
has way more relevant songs that would get Usher out.
He
of
just
here.
listen. I don't know if anybody
Not out of
heard
here,
the.
I don't wanna say it like that.
I don't know if anybody just heard the Chris Brown and Young Thug album. That shit was fire to me.
I ain't hear that.
That shit was fire. That shit.
Oh
dropped about a
wait.
month ago.
No, I did hear that, John.
That
Was
shit was
he
fire.
Breezy or
I
was
heard
he
it.
Chris? Because they different.
Because he just did that song in the summer. He released that song that was that people still bumping. He did it with
He got a song on the radio
Is it
right
with
now.
Gunna?
Usher got a song on the radio too. He trying to get his. It's a remake of his song, but But let's get up out of this versus stuff.
You
we don't want to spend too much time over here because we got a
That's
special
hard
guest
with
in
Chris
the building.
Brown. Like who
know
really
what I mean?
can match him like in this
Trey
time?
Songz. He was supposed to go with Trey
I
Songz.
forgot about Trey
I don't even know why they
I
put
would like Chris Brown versus Trey Songz.
Yeah,
That'd
that's
be a
what it was
better
supposed
matchup.
to be. I don't even know why they would
That'd
put
be
him
a better
against
matchup.
that
Our
shit.
Yeah, that
audience
would
over
be
here
a good
shaking their
one.
head no.
First
North
of all,
is in the
they're
building.
a
North
little
Delaware is in the
biased,
building.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Chris Brown, Trey.
It's the only comparable generational battle that there is. Like, I hate when they compare people that are two different, complete generations. That don't even make no sense.
Yeah.
But moving on.
But moving right along, we my first side chick came out and she went on live. If
that
you don't
was
know who my first side chick
That
is,
was a movie, remember?
That was Meg the Stallion. She came out, went on live, and really said a bunch of nothing. But no, I'm saying a bunch of nothing as far as details. Of course, but my opinion, this is why I revere her as a stone cold gangster, because she really ain't saying shit about shit except for what we know. So I'm not saying that as a diss. I'm saying is a lot of other females in her situation will blow the situation completely
Out of
up.
proportion.
She's holding it down, not saying nothing, but letting you know she's still a victim at the same time.
Right.
She got shot 2 times, once in each foot.
And it
Damn, she
changes
did?
every week. I thought it was twice
In
in the
2
same
feet?
foot.
She
and
got
both
shot in
feet.
each foot, pow, nigga. Like once in each foot.
Damn, what was that about?
Man,
We still trying to figure it
We
out.
still trying to figure
It's
out
none of our
details.
business, though,
I
for
still
real.
can't wrap my head around that Tory did this nut ass shit. Like it's hard. Pause. Like I don't know what the situation possibly could have been unless she was holding a gun to your head for you to do some nut shit like that.
Listen, man.
My nigga, you in a pool with Kylie Jenner and Meg the Stallion. There's only 3 people in the fucking pool. You at their house.
I still.
It's time to
see it.
turn up.
I need to know what happened. Like,
Yeah.
I need to
Yeah,
know what
of
happened.
course there's details, but I just honestly just think it came down
Why,
to
like,
that
2
ain't
feet?
no accidental shit like how we was talking about
Yeah,
last week.
twice.
Nah,
You know what I'm
nah.
And once in each foot. Fortunately, Meg is making a full recovery. It didn't hit any bones or anything. Looking like she's moving around fine.
good.
I
She
think
took
she
a
was just
badass
back in the
selfie
booth
earlier.
too. Did she?
I was satisfied.
I think I double tap in.
I
that
gotta
double
bitch.
tap
check
too.
that
You know
later.
what I mean?
Swipe
But
left and double tap.
yeah. But it's looking like, man, I don't know how to condone his actions. And let me not even just keep saying to him, like, I mean, that's what it's looking like.
There's
Unless she
3
was, because she
sides.
was saying stuff about close friends. Unless her close friend is the one that took the gun and did some nut shit.
Yeah, right. What if her homegirl did that shit?
Because she kept saying was like people who you thought was your friends ain't your friends.
Yo.
Yeah, Tori was her people's, but that's an industry friend. The girl with her was her friend.
That could have been.
It's what it sounded like she was talking about, but I don't want to assume.
Yeah, we don't want to assume. We
she
got to
was
let it
talking
play
about.
out. But it is looking like a crazy situation.
But if it is that type of situation, I can understand her not really speaking. If that's still like,
Oh no, yeah, we understand. It's just rare in 2020 to find someone as thorough as Meg. Not real, and like she said it in her live is, y'all love to run the Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, and put all your. That's not me. So y'all get mad at me for not saying nothing. Nah, that's not
It's
me.
more so mind your business. And she
Yeah,
don't
mind your
joke
business. You know what I mean? She
and through
lost her
trauma.
mother, she lost her father. She was entrusted in other people, she said, and surrounded herself around the wrong people or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So prayers, wishes out to Meg the Stallion.
For real. Get back in the stew.
Yeah, I mean,
get that music back.
Get
out.
that music out. That music after some trauma be fire. So I'm
definitely
waiting
do,
for
man.
it.
Shout out to my first side.
It's
chick,
crazy
man.
because my cousin, he was in the most recent music video she did. What's the name of that joint? The joint
Girls
she
in
did.
the Hood?
Not Girls in the Hood. The joint she did in that hotel room and shit in New York. The most recent joint she dropped for her mixtape.
I don't remember that. I know she did one in a diner with the Captain Hook joint. And
Captain Hook. That's what it is.
That was a diner. But either way.
But
I know
then
what
they
you're talking
ended up like going into
I know, I got
like
you.
the hotel
I got
situation.
you. But let's move along, man. Let's move along. We had some new music come out last week.
I'm very happy.
I was very happy because I wasn't a big fan of his last project.
The whole project. Wait, which project? All right.
The one that what was his last album? I think it came out 2018. What was not the Forest Hill one, but the one after that.
And the one where he's the colorful.
I wasn't a fan of that project. But in case our audience doesn't know who we're talking about, we're talking about J. Cole. He released a 2-pack of 2 songs. You have the song
KOD.
punched up?
You could drop it.
But J.
Who dropped
Cole
it?
dropped 2 songs last week. I believe it was on Friday or Thursday. But They were fire.
The Climb Back and Lion King on Ice.
That that climb back was tough.
It was.
Sounded like he was taking shots at some niggas too. Pow. You know what I mean? But that first one went hard. Pause. They both went hard, but if you really break down what this nigga was talking about, it sounded like he was coming at some niggas, man.
Well, he's always talking about something where you got to uncover the message, and that's why I fuck with him, because he really a little bit of Hove in his own way. You can hear the Hove influence in everything he puts out, and you can hear when he in his feelings too, because he also just put out that
yeah.
But I liked it. I liked what he was talking about. I can't wait for the next album. I didn't think KOD was a sleeper. KOD was a banger to me.
Man, that fart. What was the one before it? Was it called
Forest Hills Ave?
Forest Hills Ave. That shit was that was my favorite one. That was my favorite album of his.
For Your Eyes Only was trash, but we're not gonna go all through his discography. These last two, I'm anticipating the new album though.
You got to see J. Cole perform. Like if you watch him perform, you'll have a different perspective.
I watched that. I never went to a concert.
That mug could rap his ass off.
No, he definitely is.
He's
man.
It was on some robot shit. Like he don't get tired. It was weird to me.
Did y'all listen to the diss track? Did y'all listen to song 33 where he was responding
the one where
to No Name?
Yeah, he was responding to
No Name.
Yeah.
But who is the chick?
I didn't hear the whole song. I didn't hear the whole song on that.
Is that her name on Twitter or something like that?
Her name is No Name.
Oh, that's her Twitter name?
That's literally her artist
No
name.
Name.
I knew she was an artist, but she's also like a isn't they said she's like at the forefront with a lot of the protests and everything now though. Like she's kind of
She's a woman of the movement too. She's a humanitarian. So that's why I was mad that people were calling it a beef. It's not a beef. Like
I think it was personally wrong for him to put out a track. I think that was should have been with everything going on with the climate, with the protests and everything right now. And if he felt strong about it, I think that was I understand you're an artist. I understand all this, freedom to do what you want and express yourself. Mm-hmm. But with the climate, the way our country is right now, I think that was the complete wrong time to put that out. Personally.
I don't argue with that statement. I just look at it as he's always been this artist. Whatever he is feeling in the climate of what's going on, he gonna put that music out behind it. It's not like he's never put out music calling out, cops, dudes. When Black Lives Matter really started, I don't understand why people are not acknowledging that he's been putting out these message records. And this one particularly was where he was coming from.
I just felt like the climate of what the country was going through at the time, because he put it out not in the heart of it, but like there was still a lot of shit going on in the country with the protests and everything at the time. So it just felt like the wrong time.
I felt like it never.
And he sounded like a nigga that listens to R&B at the same time. But
he makes good R&B. Y'all must have not listened to the Dreamville album, because Revenge of the Nerds is fire too, and he makes good R&B hip hop music. Hater,
man. Yeah, I'm a stone cold hater.
Whole hater.
But with that being said, man,
we gonna get into this video.
Yeah, we gonna get into this video, man. This video right here,
money.
man, is this is gonna be this is our first guest coming up.
Word to us.
So it's not a lot of pressure on the brother. I'm not trying to put any pressure on him, but we're gonna get into his new video called Heavy Drip, featuring Shotgun Suge. Shout out to the homie, Watts Up. But the beat is fire. He did the beat himself.
Shout out to Jersey.
Straight out of Jersey. Repping Jersey. Got a hot banger out there. We gonna get into his story. We gonna get into his background. And right now, let's go to the official video of Heavy Drip, Dose Do Money, featuring Shotgun Suge.
Dose Do Money.
I'ma go spend it, make it back in a minute. What's that you sippin'? I'm over here counting these bandies. I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip. I'ma go spend it, make it back in a minute. What's that you sippin'? I'm over here counting these bandies. Bounce back with the heavy drip. Diamonds dancing while I sip. I look amazing in any fit. What's a guppy to a bigger fish? Yo, where's those do money? Probably somewhere eating steak and shrimp. Medium rare with the teriyaki. Dollar baby, this is not a hobby, boy. I just happen to rap. My words are really my life, dog, yeah. Used to flip and used to trap. Now I'm strictly legit and the lights on. Niggas be looking for trouble. Me, I'm at home with a fine one. Who the fuck wanna deal with drama when your wife better than Rihanna, yeah. I'm coming up from the bottom. All about the Benjis, but I know more money, more problems. What you know about sardines and beans? Hitting up your homie for artillery. I'm not lying, that was really me. Should've seen me in 2015. Big shit, lit, rich, instant, brilliance. I got paper. Lincoln Jackson, Georgia Benji, riding with me, laughing at all you haters. Block is hot and I be chillin', cause I'm bald, nigga. Can't get a taper. She be with me all the time, cause you're scary and those do money safer. Hey. I let it rip. I let it rip. I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip. I'ma go spend it, make it back in a minute. What's that you sippin'? I'm over here counting these bandies. I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip. I'ma go spend it, make it back in a minute. What's that you sippin'? I'm over here counting these bandies.
I'm used to hitting licks with my team. Still tote that 45 with the beam. I really live this life like it's a dream. I'm the realest that the streets ever seen. I used to dump Zans in my lane. I've been a vet in the streets since a teen. All I know is win, I don't lose often. When I be walking in the bank, I be moonwalking. I'm in the flipping cribs, it's a new market. I don't need rap, I'm talking how them Jews talking. I used to hide them knacks in the ceiling. I used to send them to the block and make a killing. I was up and down the block with my G's smacking. Just collect all the money, had the fiends trapping.
Yeah, my man said on the block with the cheese smacking.
Shotgun.
Jersey, you know what the fuck is happening?
I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip. I'ma go spend it, make it back in a minute. What's that you sippin'? I'm over here counting these bandies. I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip. I'ma go spend it, make it back in a minute. What's that you sippin'? I'm over here counting these bandies. I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip. I'ma go spend it, make it back in a minute. What's that you sippin'? I'm over here counting these bandies. I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip, I let it rip. I'ma go spend it, make it back in a minute. What's that you sippin'? I'm over here counting these bandies.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. That was Heavy Drip by Dose Do Money, featuring Shotgun Suge.
That shit fire.
That shit was lit.
Huh?
Shout out to
Fire,
Dose Do Money,
fire.
Shotgun Shook.
Fucking fire. Jersey in the building.
All day, baby.
Huh?
That music video was hot, man. It was a hot video shoot, but that shit was lit.
Speaking
man.
of Dose Do Money,
On there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we got our first official guest of the show. I'm gonna call him family of the show.
Family.
Family.
Already.
One, he from Jersey, even though he from the central part. That ain't no shit. I mean, shout out to
Disrespect
Shay over here, Shay C.
Shout out to Central Jersey already.
Yeah, I mean, but none other than Dose Do Money. Everybody, let me get a round of applause. Even in the room, everybody, let me get a round
What's
of
up,
applause.
everybody? What's up, everyone? Thanks for letting me be here, you know what I mean? Shout out to y'all, you know what I mean? Thank you for the opportunity. It's all love, man.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, man. First and foremost, let me say thank you for coming all the way from Central Jersey. You know what I mean?
Sir. Yes, sir.
With that being said, man, shout out to the track, man. The track is fire, man. Like I was telling you earlier, behind the scenes, man. I played it so much, my damn kids is spitting the shit.
Hell yeah.
My damn kids is reciting the lyrics.
That's love. That's
You know
love.
what I mean?
Man. That's love. That's
Like
love.
I came home today from work and my son asked me, my son's 10 years old, my son's nickname is Juice. He was like, Dad, I was like, what's up? He was like, where's Dose Do Money? I was like, man,
Yo.
I was like probably eating lobster and shrimp, man. I was like probably eating lobster and shrimp. Yeah.
Yeah, too, bro.
Like he was spitting the verse, like trying to kick it back at me, you know what I'm saying?
That's lit. That's lit.
Man, but what we want to do right now is we want to know what's going on with you, but before all that, we want to know. We know you're from Jersey, but where exactly are you from at in Jersey?
Well, in Jersey, man, I lived all over Jersey throughout my life, but I spent most of my life in Sayreville, Parlin. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Shout out to Middlesex
Sayreville.
County.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
definitely familiar with
Wait a
Sayreville.
minute.
Most definitely Parlin,
What's the name of
South
that
End, boy.
club in Sayreville when we was kids?
Abyss.
Oh,
yeah,
Abyss.
I had my 21st birthday at Abyss.
We had some stories at Abyss.
We almost got jumped by some
yeah,
bouncers
yeah.
at Abyss. You know
Remember what
what
happened to homeboy, bro? That's real. Yeah, and then the cops
know,
came
you
up
know.
on us, bro. Up
Hell
on the
yeah.
border. What was the border? It was
South End, boy.
South End boy, and
Hell yeah.
they was rocking. They was like
shit.
they like pranked us. Those cops was actually cool as shit, to be real with you.
Essentially, what happened was it was a bunch of us and one of our homeboys. They tried to profile him, saying he wasn't dressed right, and they choked him out. And I was trying to defend him, and the bouncer was about to knock me out. And then Matic was with us. He could tell y'all to verify. They ended up kicking us off the premises. Cops from both cities came through. And then the homeboy threw up in the car. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, bro.
It's a wild night, you heard?
Crazy night.
It's a college night, bro.
Oh, man.
Typical college night.
So
Shout out to
getting
our
back,
homeboys, though. We love
so
y'all,
you
man.
grew up around Sayreville, so
Yes, sir.
Central County. Is that Middlesex County or is that
That's Middlesex County.
That's Middlesex County.
I grew up pretty much around Parlin, you know what I mean, Sherwood Forest, you know what I mean, Sayreville, South End boy, overpass on the Parkway. Perth Amboy, Staten Island is like 10 minutes. You can ride your
that's
bike
right
down there.
Exit. That's exit 10, I
Convenient,
believe.
yo.
Yeah, shout out Shaolin and all that. You know
take
what
that.
I mean?
You take that back way to Shaolin right there. Not
sir.
not
Yeah.
going through Elizabeth, but the back way, the other bridge right there.
Yeah, Amboy Cinema.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
If anybody know, they know. And
you took it back.
yeah, and essentially, you know what I mean? Like around high school, moved to Monmouth County. So shout out Freehold, Manalapan, Cold Neck. You know what I'm saying? Asbury Park, Neptune
Yeah, Asbury
City.
Park, Neptune,
You know what I
man.
mean?
It get crazy
Middlesex,
out there,
Monmouth
man.
County. We love
Oh
y'all, man.
yeah.
Asbury Park
But,
lit with love.
Asbury, Neptune.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So and before we get even more deeper into you, pause. But this brother, but man, listen, man, I played the pause game
That pause
over here.
was
you
a
know what I'm
heavy
saying?
That was a
Pause, bro.
heavy,
Heavy pause.
Heavy pause
Pause.
with the heavy drip.
Says the you know what I mean? Yeah, ooh, right there. Look, you see that free promo right there with the heavy drip pause.
Look at Maddie hopping on the
Shameless
mic this
promotion,
week.
right?
You already.
But
you already.
in case y'all don't know this brother, man, shout out your Instagram real quick and the interviews you do.
Oh yes, sir. Well, my own Instagram is at Dose Do Money. That's DOSDUMUNI. I also have a platform called the Pass and Fly Hour. That's my record label. We just made a new platform where we interview interesting and influential people. I gotta get my mans on here too for the next episode. You heard?
Yo, let me tell you this
Facts.
right now. This brother makes beats. He raps. He'll interview a founding member of the Bloods from New York that was one of the founding members to bring the Bloods to the East Coast.
Yes, sir. Wildcat. Shout out Wildcat.
Shout out to OG
Shout out
Wildcat from Nine
Shout
Trey
out to
gangster Blood
Trey
set.
Gangsters.
Nine
Yes,
Trey
sir.
Gangsters. And then he'll interview a porn star, Stevie J's baby mama, and make her clap on IG Live.
Well,
She was,
okay.
From Love It-
she was
from Love
enjoying
and Hip
herself
Hop.
on there, man.
You know what I mean?
She was comfortable.
Yeah,
Shout
she was
out
real
Master,
comfortable.
man.
She was real comfortable on the platform. So this
Shout out
brother
Love
over
You,
here
man.
is very versatile. And when I say I really tapped in, pause, like when I'm not gonna lie, Matic put me on to you, and he only recently put me on to you about a month ago. But I'm one of them niggas. I just start going back to everything. So I started digging through your Instagram, your YouTube. Your YouTube is real popping. I started going through your YouTube, watching all your videos from years ago to all your interviews you had. You also interviewed a sister out of Atlanta that was a up and coming artist or whatever.
Queen Bird. Yeah.
Yeah,
shout out
so-
Queen Bird.
Queenberg. shout
This
out,
brother
man.
right here, man, got a lot going on, man. But what I want to know is coming up,
Yeah.
where does your passion of music come from?
Well, I mean, honestly, music has been a part of my life since day one. I mean, when it comes to the household, I was listening to a lot of like Whitney Houston, Luther Vandross, Anita Baker, Erykah Badu, you know what I mean? Mary J. Blige, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that had a lot to do, you know, Fela Kuti, you know what I'm saying? That had a lot to do. Michael Jackson, you heard like coming up as a kid.
Were your parents playing these things, or were you gravitating towards it?
My parents were playing those things, but I was introduced to like more music that I ended up wanting to create probably around like 3rd grade. Like my aunt, she's only 10 years older than me.
So that young?
Yeah, I was around 8, and my aunt moved in with us to go to high school in our town. She came up in the LES, Lower East Side, but then she moved to Sayreville to go to Sayreville High School for like a senior year, and her homegirl after school, when I got off of school, they'd be listening to Biggie. That was like around the East Coast, West Coast, war, 97, 96. Yeah, so it was like all I heard was like Craig Mack, Flavor in Your Ear, you know what I mean? Biggie Smalls, and that grew a fascination. And then she started fucking with Hard Knock Life Volume 2 from Jay. So then like I heard Cash Money Hoes, and when I was a kid, you know what I mean, I would like jump around, do karate kicks and shit to that song. That was my shit. Shout out Swiss Beats, you know what I mean? That was one of the best songs that I ever heard. And from there, you know, as I got older, I got more into like the rock and roll side. Like around high school, I was playing in bands, played guitar and shit. And around 07, when I really got into rapping, I met this brother right here, Matic. He introduced me to Fruity Loops. I was a guitarist, singer back then.
So how did y'all meet? How about let's get in that real quick. Hold your spot in that story. But how did you guys actually meet?
Well, actually, what happened was we lived in the same dorm, and he was across the hall. So I had my.
So this is college?
Yeah, correct. 07, 08. He was across the hall, and he was the dude who made the beats. No one else on our floor made beats except for Matic. And niggas would go over there. He made a Price is Right beat. And I remember my roommate was like, yo, you hear this nigga? He doing the Price is Right beat. And he sampled it and we was like, yo, that shit's crazy. So everyone would congregate at his dorm and rap. You know what I mean? And after a while, I was like, yo, let me try that out. And then he showed me how to use the program. And about a year later, I was making beats too. I grew a fascination. I just started doing my own thing too.
What school was this?
Shit was fire too.
William Patterson.
Fire.
That's up north. That's up top, right?
Yes, sir. Patterson, Wayne. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He started making beats started making beats that was lit in about maybe a month. It was a month when he.
So you got inspired a little bit. So you got inspired by this brother a little bit about as far as making beats on the beat side.
Yeah, correct. But like my love of hip hop was probably when I fell in love with hip hop, I was probably like 11. Like I was heavily influenced by Atlanta. Outkast, Ludacris was my first rap album, word of mouth classic. You know what I mean? To this day, Jeezy, Recession is my favorite rap album, period, next to Slauson Boy 2 by Nip, rest in peace.
That's a lit album.
You know what I mean? So it's like when it comes to that, you know what I mean? Atlanta's heavily influenced by me. I fell in love with rap around like 11. I mean, Nelly.
I can definitely notice it in your raps. I can definitely hear it. Even with the beat.
Yes, sir.
I can notice it. But it's also it's one of those things to where it's almost, do you feel that maybe you may dumb down your lyrics a little bit? Because I've heard you spit some fire shit, but then also like dumb it down a little bit also.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I can tell you can spit some shit.
Hell yeah.
But then you're smart enough to like.
Businessman.
Yeah, businessman. You know what I'm saying? Businessman.
Yeah, you right, man. I mean, you know what the thing is?
I don't want to put you out there. Shout out to your fans. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. Like,
y'all ain't dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if any of y'all know, man, I've been putting out tapes. I probably have like 11 tapes. I've been rapping since like 09 when it comes to putting out projects. And a majority of my stuff, like if I'm really I get busy. I'm not going front. You know what I mean? But it's like my influences are like Nas. You know what I mean? Elzad, Jay Dilla. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when it comes to that, like my bars, I know how to put pen to paper. But at the same time, you know what I mean? Like I love like UGK. You know what I'm saying? They're lyrical as hell too.
Yeah.
But I know like I know when to prioritize like the soundscape compared to the lyrics. Like, you know what I mean? You may hear a song like Hop on it, and it's like, they're like, this nigga, you know what I mean? He on auto-tune, singing, you know what I mean? Yeah. But then you'll hear Flow Ride, and you know what I mean? I could just rap the same word doing triple entendres, you know what I mean? That's just, I just like making classic music. I like people being able to, you know what I mean, just see what I can craft. Like, I could be wanting to make some simple, dumbed down shit for the club one day. Next day, I want to be able to do something that Ghostface would shed a tear to. You know what I'm saying? So
off the record, I heard some dope shit riding with those up here. Like he got a song. I ain't even gonna talk about the names. We got the idea is gonna be on some movie it's on a movie plot, but I could tell you that
Sir.
he's in his bag, his lyrical bag on that joint. So everyone that's wanting to hear that, they about to hear that in the next probably few months, bro.
And even what you saying as far as like the southern influences, a lot of people don't understand is and I caught on late to the southern wave is and I felt where I don't know if you peeped it where T.I. was talking to he went on live with Fat Joe, I believe, or someone he was talking about and he was explaining why he wanted to go against 50 and how he didn't feel like the South was getting their due respect. And how a lot of people even to this day still don't hold the South to a certain lyrical standard.
And I don't get that.
That's a disservice to the South, by the way.
I don't either.
Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. You have certain artists that do the little type stuff.
But there's the good ones.
But even those niggas that made that shit, what was their name? D4L?
Them franchise boys?
Was it them friend? Whoever they was, yo, a lot of them niggas, they did that little type shit. But yo, I heard some other shit from them niggas too. It's like, yo, a lot of them niggas got some hard. I saw a video with these niggas with 100-round drums and shit. In the middle of Bankhead or whatever the fuck that was.
D4L was
spitting
wild.
Bars with no hook and no cadence. These niggas just made Lean with it, Rock with it, whatever it was, and then these niggas had some hard shit. Pause.
Who did White Tees? No, that's Franchise Boys.
That's in Franchise Boys, yeah.
It's just like Hurricane Chris. Hurricane Chris had that one
Rest
hit.
in peace to
Shout
him.
out Hurricane Chris.
He
got locked up.
No, he got locked up.
Yeah, he's still living.
He's still living. He got locked up for a double homicide.
I know something real bad happened 2 weeks ago.
But I mean,
if you watch his stuff, it's nothing, because he had what was his poppin' song?
Hey baby.
Hey baby.
Yeah.
But if you watch his shit, this nigga is a hood ass nigga with all these crazy ass niggas from Louisiana with him, and there's 100 guns in the background, and he's spitting with no hook, no chorus.
Yep.
I'm like, yo, this nigga can really spit.
Yep.
That's the misconception and the misperception of the South.
But they think people don't want to hear that from them. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be fun music.
And I was that way for the longest. I'm not gonna lie. I was that way for the longest.
You want to hear the fun stuff?
Even with Tupac, I remember growing up. I'm a little older than y'all. I'm 36, but I remember coming up in Jersey, and because we were from South Jersey, we were told them North Jersey niggas fuck with the Outlaws. We don't fuck with Tupac. You fuck with Tupac, we gonna fuck you up. Literally. We don't fuck with the Outlaws at all.
North Jersey, right?
They traded on it was really on some type of time like that.
Damn, that's
shout out Hussein Fatal.
Yeah, rest in peace, Hussein Fatal. Rest in peace,
Gaddafi. God bless the dead.
Yeah,
you know
Gaddafi.
what I mean? Love.
You know what I mean? Radiallahu anhu. You know what I mean? But them brothers, I was actually locked up with Hussein Fatal in Yarville, man. I was locked up with the brother, man. I was locked up with him. But moving along though, man. Like, what projects? Do you have any questions?
I do. I have a question for you. So, I was doing some research. I was late on my research, but I did it though. So,
shout out to Central Jersey. That's
Central Jersey, pass a fly. You already
Wait. Shay, you got some tea already?
Nah, not yet. I'm gonna get to that later.
Got some tea already?
Legit question, because I'm on a money mission, building my brand and things like that. And I saw that you posted that you worked out how to get your publishing contract back.
Yes, ma'am.
You write books as well. You're an author.
Correct. Yes.
So I want to know about that. How did you work that out as a new artist to get your publishing back? That's a big deal. So I want to know about that.
Most definitely. I mean, in 2016, I wrote a book. It's like a social commentary called Cold War, This Is Not a Drill. Essentially, it's like a 60-page book. It's a short book, but it basically talks about like the hardship of the African American community following the Vietnam War. You know what I'm saying? And then we also include hip hop in it, my own perception, my experience in hip hop. We include like blaxploitation films. We include, you know what I mean, gangbanging that started in the late 60s. You know what I'm saying, in LA and whatnot, the Black Panthers and beyond. And essentially, you know what I mean, in 2017, I had landed a deal, but the thing was that I didn't really research law and whatnot, and it got to the point where I read the contract quickly, swiftly, and just signed it because I thought, I'm gonna get the bag. But little did I know the you know what I mean, the numbers and what would really result. So what I ended up doing was recently I ended up reaching out to my previous publisher. We worked out an understanding, and I learned about the importance of independence when it comes to creating. You know what I mean? Owning your rights in the long term. You may be thinking about the short-term bag, but the longer-term bag is much better. You know what I mean? I'd rather be making 10 stacks a week instead of $1 million up front and not knowing what's coming later. You know what I mean? So when it comes to that, you know what I mean? Like, You know what I mean? I worked out the deal, and essentially, I can't go into the details explicitly on this platform, but what I did was I reached out to my publisher. I let them know that I reviewed the contract. I basically, one of the main things that you have to review what's in parentheses when it comes to time frames. Like if they say that this contract can be renewed in 5 years, but in parentheses it says 8 years, just know that usually that means that the earliest that you can renew or renegotiate is 5 years, but at 8 years they can do whatever they want when it comes to renegotiating.
So it's almost like real quick.
You know what
It's
I'm
almost
saying?
like in layman's terms to the street niggas, you might be eligible for parole in 5 years, but your max out is 8 years.
Correct.
I see.
So
You see
that
what I'm
brings me back to that conversation we had about Nick Cannon not owning Wildin' Out, because I remember I said I think there's maybe some clause in his contract.
No, we
that
all
did
know
some
stuff with the
funny
Nick
shit
Cannon
with
stuff.
it.
But I don't want to get back on that. But
I don't.
mean,
But that made
Word.
that
He's
tried
not
to
owning it. We know it.
yeah, I got to look into that. Yeah, you did some research. Shay
Yeah.
over here doing. Hold on, let me get a round of applause, Chris. Let me first Shay. Everybody clap it up, man. Clap it up for Shay, man. Clap it up.
She went in the back
You know what
for
I mean?
that one.
That's Shay C. Franklin Township.
That's
Shout out
literally
to
none of that is
Middle
true.
Shout out to Franklin. Shout out to Somerset. Middlesex.
Go
Union
get
County.
yourself the post.
No,
Get
that
the
was
bullshit.
definitely. But that little tidbit right there was definitely very informational.
Most
Like that, I was glued in. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't know anything
Ownership
about
is
that.
key, man.
Make
That's
sure
what
you
we
review
need
his
to
contract.
do.
And
About that
even
ownership.
just like brothers out there, man, don't be so. We understand there are circumstances where you do need money up front, whether you're an athlete in college and NCAA or you're an artist. If you can wait a little longer, not take the bag, take the points and the money on the back end, own your rights, it's worth it. And that's the thing I would love to see these artists, these old heads, which a lot of them are, I think, are now. Because a lot of these old heads that got jerked around are a lot of the ones like Nori and a lot of these other brothers that are going around kicking game to these younger artists.
Yeah.
As far as like, yo, giving game to them. You know what I mean? And so I want to see that more. And I think hip hop specifically, music all around, especially within the African American community, hip hop, R&B. I don't like saying that word, but especially hip hop is in a very better space. Don't get me wrong. There's still people getting jerked around on their contracts, but I think a lot of the people now coming up are a lot more informative of the information out there.
Thanks to
definitely.
paths like this. And what is the book called again? Because I want to look into it myself.
Most definitely. The book is called Cold War. This is not a drill. You know what I mean? So
Where's it available at?
Right now it's available on blackbooksplus.com. That's black BLACK books BOOKS plus PLUS.com. That's my current publisher, but very soon I'm gonna be able to retain full publishing rights, and I'm gonna have an extended version available within the next year. I mean, I'm gonna add to what I wrote 5 years ago.
So as soon as you do, just let us know. Even if you can't make it down here, just let us know so we can plug it on the podcast and let
Most definitely.
let the viewers know that it's available
Most
other
definitely.
places and everything.
That's love, respect.
No, so coming up, you and my boy over here to my right.
Yes,
y'all
sir.
y'all about to go out on a little mission.
Yes, sir.
Y'all
Yes,
got
sir.
you got a project coming up. You got some work that you're pumping out there. What's the name of the project that you got coming up?
Well, this project is called Dollar Baby. Essentially, it's a project that I started working on in 2018. You know what I mean? It's been a long way coming. Just learning the business, just being able to, you know what I mean, just take it to another level. Being able to, you know what I mean, just continuing to work and just putting out quality hip hop music. You know what I mean? Like, this is an actual album. It's not just a mixtape. It's an album. You know what I'm saying? Put 2 years into this shit, and my comrade right here, he joining me on this journey. You know what I'm saying? We going cross country. We hitting 5 cities? Chicago, Houston, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Miami. We doing music videos in every city. Got some interviews. Got some, you know what I mean? Some very significant things going on.
That's going to be dope.
Yes, it definitely is. We definitely gonna be following the journey. We definitely,
definitely.
like I said, man, like Matic definitely put us onto you.
Yeah.
But from here, and I fell in love with you. Pause. Like I definitely fell in love with your music and your grind and your passion. And now, even like that little small tidbit with the book, and then trying to get the publishing rights and the ownership and everything, like that made me
Sir.
even more appreciate your grind and your hustle even more.
Respect.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And Matt, what is it you can say about this brother over here, since you know him more personally than both of us? What is it that you can specifically say as far as his grind, his passion, his work ethic, anything you may have learned from him personally? We heard his side of maybe how he got turned on. We knew his love for hip hop and his love for music, but when he came across you at William Patterson, as far as making beats, after he heard you make the beats, he fell in love with, he learned how to make beats. What are some things you gained from this brother over here?
It's a lot, man. Like, Dose is a go-getter. Dose is all about, you know how some people that are about talking, he's about doing. So I already know what time it is. Dose will call me. We about to get some business done. We just did a movie in 2015, right? Yeah, I mean, we were right out of college, bro. No money like that. You know what I mean? Like, but he hit me up. He had a script. He had it set up. He had cast. He had things set up. He made sure we were good. We were comfortable. It was a straight experience, bro. And now that stuff is like all set and forth now. You realize it's a long game when you first starting, but it's a matter of doing things. So it's with him. I look at him as someone that like I met for a reason. I have the talent, but for me, like, I can get into a place where I'll get complacent, and so sometimes you need that other person that
I'm like that at times. I'm like that at times.
Yeah, I get very complacent. I mean, you know what I mean?
Comfortable.
He's the type that he just does, and he just finds out what the results are. So you find that you have those two like qualities, and when they meet, it's crazy. So that's what I get from him. You know what I mean?
So you guys were able to inspire each other coming
Facts.
up. You know what I mean? In the midst of the grind.
Of course, and that's how it is, you know what I mean? Like, as we were actually heading down to the studio today, you know what I mean? I was playing him some stuff from the Dollar Baby album. He was playing me some stuff from the Bana EP that's dropping on the 31st, you know what I mean? It sounds fire, by the way. Y'all got to download that shit. Yeah, July 31st.
So, time out, man. I gotta call Matic out right quick, man. I gotta call this. Hold on, man. I gotta call this nigga out, man. You got a whole platform, and you ain't even promoting your shit. We over here promoting
shit is fire, by the way.
Shout out to Shay C Vibes if you would like it. Look, this is how good it is. The shit's going.
I was gonna keep it quiet, man, because I was gonna
just
surprise.
You can't keep it quiet, man.
I was gonna surprise y'all.
Ain't no
I was gonna surprise y'all.
My nigga, the 31st is Friday, is it not?
Bro,
what's the 31st?
Bana's a gift.
My nigga, you can't quiet the 31st.
Bana's a gift, bro.
I know it's a gift, but you can't.
Y'all
quiet
gonna fuck with that gift though.
Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Yo. Talk to this brother over here, man. Talk to him, man. He's too humble, man. He's too humble.
But for real, it's a project, you know what I mean, that Matic, including shout out Con Hathaway, his new stage name is Zon. I'm not gonna mispronounce it, but Con Hathaway, he produced on it, including Matic, including correct. And then it's also with him and Gino Brown, you know what I mean? Shout out to Fresh Living Young. We love y'all, you know what I mean? And when it comes to that, you know what I mean, they got a fly ass project. We was driving down here to the studio. I was playing them Dollar Baby, and he was playing Bana. And you know what I mean, we was just like, yo, for real, just as you were saying, you know what I mean, how I may have influenced Matic, how he may have influenced me. I was playing him some stuff from some of my other comrades who he also came to know, like 1,000 Watts. Con Hathaway as well, some of his projects. You know what I mean? Shout out to 1,000 Watts, Futuristic Shorty, you already. And when it came to that, we ended up realizing, like, damn, like, we've all known each other for at least a decade now.
Right.
We've all influenced each other. And, you know what I mean? I'm all about elevation. You know what I'm saying? Like, with Dollar Squad, with whatever else that we've been doing. Dollar Squad was that film that Matic was talking about. You know what I mean? It's on YouTube. You know what I mean? Search it, DOLLA space squad, SQUAD. But essentially, like, when it comes to that, I'm just about elevation, you know what I mean? Like, for example, just me and my wifey, we was talking about music business and how you see a lot of these teams. You watch documentaries and biopics, and you see how the music business, there's always one person in the crew who ends up wronging everyone, and there's greed, and then the whole group dissolves. Like, just watching, for example, Wu-Tang Clan.
I was just gonna say that.
You know what I mean? And just how big influence on me. Big influence on me is the RZA, because it's just seeing what he did, how he brought all of his brothers together, and how they were able to make something. Like, why should we stray away from that? You know what I mean? Like, what I'm trying to do, like, and I hope my comrades feel the same way. You know what I mean? Like, we should all put each other on. There's enough money for everybody. If I'm on, we on. You know what I mean? So that's, like, when it comes to that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? For real. Like, that's what we about. It's about the culture, bro.
Can we all get on that same accord? Like, I don't understand. It's not rocket science. You know what I'm saying? For everybody to get on the same accord.
It's nation building and different
and
niches.
So is it safe to assume, because just talking to you and hearing where your mental's at, is it safe to assume you're not necessarily just going to sign with the first thing coming?
First of all, they got to bring a serious bag.
I hear that.
They got to bring a serious bag. I don't need no record label. I signed myself. This Dollar Baby album, I put nearly $20,000 into this album over the past 2 years. My own money. I work from the gristle. I came from I was working in Africa for 2 years, walking on dirt roads with broken shoes and mud puddles, taking mopeds to work, walking miles home from work. You know what I'm saying? I saved up this bread and I put this into the album myself. No one gave me a cosign or nothing. You know what I mean? So I don't need no record label. I can make this pop on my own. I sign myself. I put myself on, and I'm gonna put my homies on.
That's 100.
But if anybody wants to sign me, we'll talk. But I need a serious bag.
A serious bag. And ownership.
Correct.
Serious bag and ownership.
Right.
Correct.
Serious bag and ownership. Because I can definitely see you going the independent route.
Yes,
I can
sir.
definitely see that.
Yes, sir.
I can definitely see that, man. I can definitely see that, brother.
Yes, sir.
I can definitely see that.
We got anything else you want to touch on? You want to shout out or anything before?
I mean, you know what I mean?
I'm checking for this tour for real, but do you have any other projects?
I mean, anything.
She already getting the tour together, yo.
I mean, shout out. Let's see here. What I can't disclose much on this promo tour, but what I can say is
the promo tour is more or less like behind the scene with some like big wigs behind the scene.
There's some features that people don't know about yet. You know what I mean? That I don't want to disclose until we have the visuals actually set and all that. You know what I'm saying? But there is one single that we dropped that we're doing the visuals for. You may know Vucci P from you know what I mean, Sauce Walker's record label, The Sauce Factory, TSF. Shout out to H-Town, Houston Splash Town.
Shout out Vooch.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Vucci P. You know what I mean? We got a single called Mime, which we dropped back in June, right before Heavy Drip. Okay. And we are doing the visuals to that with Flawless Films in H-Town in Houston. And those visuals are coming soon. Shout out to Vucci. Shout out to TSF. We dripping in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Sauce with the wings. But when it comes to that, you know what I mean?
Talk that shit, nigga. Talk that shit.
You know what I'm
Sauce
saying?
with the wings,
Sauce
nigga.
with the wings,
Sauce with the wings.
TSF,
You know what I mean?
PNF, TSF. You heard? But you know what I mean? Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Dollar Baby is on the way. I put my heart into this shit for the past 13 years, and I will not stop. You know what I mean? This album is just the beginning. Got other stuff on the way. Dollar Baby, you know what I mean? You may be seeing a Dollar Baby, not Dollar Baby, pardon me, Dollar Squad. Y'all may be seeing a Dollar Squad film soon. You know what I mean? Other than that, you know what I mean? Just continuing to work, being creative, and just contributing to the culture unapologetically. I'm about my people. I'm about elevating, and we going to keep creating. And shout out to y'all for showing love, for even bringing me here. You know?
In the words of Matic, facts.
Facts. That's a fact of mundo.
Well, listen, man, this is going to be a new segment for, let me say this, man, for any artist that comes up here. We're going to have this segment at the end of our interview that we're going to call the Hot Box. Pause.
Look at the non-smoker calling the Hot Box.
Yeah, I mean, listen, no, I used to smoke back in the day.
Everything's Reggie to you, bro.
I used to smoke Wacky back in the day. I used to smoke
Wacky.
I used to smoke that wet. But that's another story, man.
That sound like Star Wars. That sound like Chewbacca.
Yeah, man, that's how I call my armed robbery charges, man. But, I mean, we're gonna skip past that. But we got this segment called the Hot Box.
All right.
The Hot Box is when an artist comes up here, tells us about his life story. He tells us about his upbringing. Tells us about how he fell in love with music. He tells us everything he has going on in the culture right now. But at the end of the day, he has to step into the hot box and he has to spit those bars.
Get back to the essence.
He has to spit those bars.
Spit that shit.
Huh?
I'm ready.
Are you ready to go into the hot box?
Yes, sir. I'm with
Pause.
it. I'm with it.
You need a beatboxer? I'm kidding. I don't beatbox.
Yeah, man. Can our engineer Chris? Can we get a beat, Chris? We definitely can get a beat. You know what I mean? Shout out to RAMG Studios.
Hey,
Holding
You know
us
what I mean?
down these past couple hours.
AMG.
Shout out to Shay, the best bartender in all of goddamn Delaware.
Already.
Shay.
She about to do my
The
firstborn's,
potion.
you know what I mean, gender reveal. You
Shout
know
out
what
to
I'm saying?
Dose.
We
I'm just
about
gonna call you
to-
Dose from now on.
Yo, this got
Dose
the,
from
it's got
Monkey
the,
and
they got
F
the
here,
fruits in
passing
it
fly,
and
right?
everything.
Book me. I'm getting booked real fast.
You already.
We know we ready.
I feel healthier drinking it too.
Shut up, Maddie.
Natural fruits.
For real.
Yeah.
It's a classic joint right here, huh?
Yeah. Jersey
Jersey
got
in the
you,
building.
Middlesex mama.
Already.
You already know what it is. And those do money. I'll be on the way. Holla at me. Yeah. Yeah. Bounce back with a heavy drip. Yeah. Diamonds dancing while I sip. Take a look at these niggas. They be mad as shit. Lord willing, there's no malice while I push the clips. Yeah. I'm here to lead. Yeah, just trying to provide for my seed. Get 9 queens, 8 tats, and 7 days of the week. Profit 6 grand to solid gold, construct my pinky brain. Got $1 on my brain, got $1 on my hip. Eldorado around my neck, got Atlantis on my wrist. Isn't it obvious that Dose do money be the shit? Yeah, I'm all about the yay, but I ain't talking politics. Yeah, this no JK, followed by an element. I read the green like I'm Mexican. Yeah, so if you wanna test me, then you better bring an extra man. Feeling like Obama slogan reading, yes I can. Yeah, my name is Dose, do money, you better recognize, bro. You know what I mean?
Jersey in the building, man. Jersey in the building. Dose, man. We appreciate you, brother.
Bro, it's all love, man. Jersey, I love y'all, man. I'm representing for y'all till the day I die. You already
Appreciate you
know.
coming through.
You know
Your
what I
brother
mean?
came all the way down from New Brunswick, man.
DNF, you heard?
Y'all don't know?
That shit.
Google it, nigga. Hey, yo.
Yo, Dollar.
That's the end of episode
That's
3. Shout out to Shay. Shout out to Matic Beats. And, of course, shout out to Dose Do Money. Episode
Love.
3. And we motherfucking out this motherfucker.
Peace.
Love
Logic
y'all.
Podcast with 2 motherfucking G's, nigga.
Peace.